So my name is Dirk Burton, and I'm on the West Jordan City Council, along with Zach Jacob. This has been going on for lots of years, and I haven't been to all 31, but I've been to over 20 of them, I would say, and they get better every year. So those that are here for your first time, we look forward to seeing you again next year. But let me tell you a little bit about me, then a little bit about the city, if I may. So I grew up just north of here in Kearns. In fact, the next street over from me was where Ron Davenport grew up, and Ron Davenport's over there. Why don't you wave, everybody, Ron? So he knows a little bit about what I'm about to say, and he can verify it or tell you it's all lies. Anyway, I'm one of 13 children, and I'm actually the middle child. I have 6 siblings that are older and 6 that are younger, and he used to come over and he'd play with my brother. And yes, it was just one set of parents. And as is the case with any large family, some of his kids got into a little bit of trouble, but some of us were better behaved. I won't tell you which group I was in. You'll have to guess. But as I look back at that period of my life, I remember the better behaved of us were given more independence from our parents and from our teachers. Those of us who required more supervision also had less freedom. So there's a movement going on right now in the state of Utah to bring more of what we do at the city level to be controlled by the state level. So I was recently asked, what can we do to prevent that from happening? I think of two different groups. I think of these two groups of children that we all knew growing up. Those who were more disciplined, had more freedom to manage their affairs. Those running around without direction received more intervention from the authority figures. We should maintain the management of our city as much as we possibly can. Ultimately, the responsibility falls upon us as good stewards of our municipality. The better we manage our city, the more control we'll have over our community. Now, as I mentioned, I came from a big family, and when it was time for my wife and for me to have children and start our family, we were not quite as ambitious as my parents were. We only had 6 kids. Yeah, we're slackers. But now that my children are getting older, and I get an opportunity to see what they're doing and see how they're doing it, they're doing their lives, it's kind of funny because I want to give them some direction, and they don't seem to appreciate my suggestions. I've noticed that those of my children who have goals and are working towards them, I don't need to give as much direction to, and the others need some. When I see this indecision, it gives me a perfect excuse to give suggestions about how to spend their time. Other children have a sense of what their dreams and goals are and their objectives in life. Those, I will admit, might not be what I want, but they know what they want and they're going for it and they're focused, and that's good, and I'm okay with that. We at West Jordan City, we have a long-term plan. We know what we want our city to look like and be like. We know how we want it to grow and develop. However, in life, there are often some challenges that arise. Easy distractions from our long-term goals. Some of those issues must be dealt with. However, we have to be very careful and not become sidetracked from our primary objectives. We must stay strategically minded at the municipal level if we want to maintain our control over the city. Excellent planning, smart execution, and a commitment to a growing, safe, business-friendly community will fuel the best types of growth, creating a prosperous community. In 2018, the City of West Jordan voted to change our form of government. So in 2019, this year, the city is working to prepare that change of form of government. We have had what was called a council manager form of government. We're changing to a council mayor form of government, which means the mayor right now is a council member. Starting next year, our new mayor will be the chief executive officer of the city, which will give him additional authority that he's had in the past. We must be able to face those challenges and meet those. We have some challenges that we have in West Jordan, such as growth. Did you guys know that in the next census, we predict that West Jordan will pass Provo in growth size? And if it does, that'll make us the third largest city. Salt Lake City's number 1. West Valley's number 2. That'll make West Jordan number 3. Right now we're in the 4th position. We are making some progress. And we have some fantastic companies, as you can see here. Some of them are global and span the world, but they have presence right here in West Jordan. We like those companies here in West Jordan. We like them in the other places as well. But West Jordan is a good place for business, and we want to keep it that way. And help to support this growth, you may have noticed that Bangator Highway now has interchanges all the way through there so that we can help handle some of this growth. Several of the businesses in this past year have expanded. Others have moved in here. We're thrilled to have them here. We need to keep our eye on the prize. We must continue to elect strong individuals with a passion for our city who will stand up to the state leaders who might want to give us friendly suggestions. Moreover, we must continue to make the right decisions related to growth, preventing problems before they occur, and effectively managing the unexpected issues that arise. I hope you will join the Chamber of Commerce and the City of West Jordan in conversations that we can keep this happening, that we can help create a peaceful, thriving home for decades into the future. Thank you for being in West Jordan.